The point is, September 20, 2019 by Anna von Reitz. You are a crime victim. Every day I get calls from people who have done their paperwork and are still being railroaded through these foreign courts. The first thing to note is that our paperwork is not retroactive with respect to things that already happened. If you got a DUI and then do our paperwork, you are still going to face the DUI charge as a presumed U.S. citizen. The second thing to note is that these courts do not consider the facts or the law in these cases. They could care less. The incorporated thing they have listed as the defendant isn't you, it's an incorporated thing that is already declared guilty. All they have to do and all that they care about is collecting money and assets from this thing. You are entirely extraneous to the whole process. You are just a guy with a similar name who showed up, who is deemed responsible for the thing in the dock. So don't bother yourselves with codes and statutes and arguments. None of that is appropriate. What is appropriate is to, 1. Challenge the jurisdiction of the court and claim exemption, 2. Assert that you are the victim of identity theft, fraud, and unconscionable contract, and you can prove it. Haul out your BC. This official document proves two very important things. First, that you were only a few days old when the purported contract was created and you couldn't have had any sentient knowledge of it, therefore an unconscionable contract, and second, it shows where you were born, establishing that you are eligible to claim to be a state citizen of the United States. Now your case is all but won. The judge may ask, but how can I be sure that this certificate belongs to you? That you are who you say you are. So you haul out your 2 witness testimonies, signed, sealed, and ready to go. End game. They have to admit that there is no valid estate or derivative for them to administrate and that the actual owner showed up claiming exemption. If they don't immediately roll over, appeal to circuit court on the spot. Technically, the circuit court is the only one that can make a determination of political status and, officially, make the correction. The lower courts can only dismiss action with or without prejudice, which may or may not be good enough for you and your purposes. So, those are the points you want to make, no matter what the charge is, and those are the documents you need to prove your claims. Beyond that, if any other action is desirable or necessary, you go to circuit court. And that's an end to it.